Hello everyone and welcome back to Minecraft on the Vortex server once more. I hope it's not too loud. I will try to get the ratios right. That was my my mesa biome portal, basically. And this is a new tunnel, which you haven't seen yet. Again, I've started decorating it, but it's such a pain to decorate these things. I have in mind to pay Devil Hunter some money to do it. Diamonds, that is. Otherwise it's probably going to be another slightly ongoing project. Basically the longer the tunnel the worse it gets. But really I just wanted to show you something. This tunnel is kind of going back to spawn, but it's still a long way away from spawn. It's going perpendicular to the other tunnel. But since if you check, I'm decreasing my Z coordinate. Well, I'm increasing it, but it's in the negative, so in absolute values it goes down. Anyway, I'm technically closing in on spawn. But yeah, I am not too much of a fan of the mesa biome all in all. Like, it looks good for the factory kind of look, the sterile industrial thing I'm going for there. But I'm tired of that. Like, my first base that I tried to build was underground. Counting on my fingers here, which you can't even see, which is pointless. And I will not be doing a face cam, so deal with it. But yeah, the first base was the underground one, which had terrible grass. The second base was the ocean one, which had terrible grass. Third base is in the mesa, which has again terrible grass. I want something a little more lush, for once. And I think there's new Minecraft music, as far as I can hear. So yeah, I have found a jungle. This is the closest jungle to my mesa biome. And of course it's nighttime. But jungles are actually fairly safe, I found, at nighttime, because there's not that many spawning places really, because the trees and the trees and all the leaves and such, they take up a lot of space. The problem is that, especially without Optifine, as you might notice, my frame rate is really bad here. And I've not built anything, so this is the jungle as it is. All I've done here is this portal. That's all I've really ever done in this particular biome. Which means all the lag you get is from jungle leaves and such. Well, actually, I'll try options, video settings. I'll set the graphics back to fast. And suddenly with fast graphics, you notice the leaves look terrible. But I'm now getting a lot better frame rates. Yes, apart from random lag spikes again. I don't know why. The problem is that things are not transparent now, which isn't nice. But I guess I'll have to deal with that. What I actually want to do for now is remove this this tree here, pretty much in its entirety. It's kind of lucky that I spawned in the tree. I find that to be a good place to spawn here. So I'm glad about that. And I did bring an axe, which has efficiency, so that's very useful, very fast. And I can just jump down here. And I guess this is as good a place as any to start going down. And place this sandstone. It's kind of temporary. So anyway, I wanted to build here, as I said, because it's more colorful. I think the reason it causes so much lag is simply because there's so many leaves. And the lag spikes would also be, well, usually older versions of Optifine, they fixed those lag spikes. But Optifine is currently waiting for another, well, basically a framework for making mods to be updated. So I doubt we're gonna see Optifine before Christmas. for 1.7, which we are obviously using. So sadly that means no Optifine, and it means we're gonna have to deal with lower frame rates. And I think I can probably do 1 or 2 more layers before I have to do the sandstone again. Now I'm not using sandstone entirely by accident. Eventually I would like to build something out of sandstone here. Something a little lush, and I do want to continue with the floating theme I had in the ocean biome, because I found that to be quite interesting. I think it looked cool, and I quite enjoyed it. Like, the build itself was fine, but I could not put down any trees or plants. Put down one tree, but even that one didn't look very good, so I would prefer, like, a jungle biome, because the grass is so very green and nice and lush, and it's all very colorful, and I can do really cool stuff with plants here. And I want to do that, firstly because it would look a little more alive, and secondly as a bit of a challenge to myself, because I've always built more industrial stuff and more cold and lifeless stuff, so I would like to do something about that as well. And now I'll be placing torches here. What you are gonna have to tell me now, though, is what do you think about that? Would you rather I continue building at the mesa, primarily? I've been told that my talkie episodes aren't that boring, so that would be good. Which would obviously be a great thing if I'm gonna do, like, building here. I could do probably more episodes, but they will not be as action-packed, I guess. Like, I do plan on doing caving here to get the caves lit up and get some resources just for fun. But a lot of what I'm planning to do is going to involve cutting down the jungle. I want the grass from the jungle. I do not really want the jungle trees. At least I don't want them as random as they are. I want this to be a bit of a garden thing. So a lot of the jungles down here will go, and I'll probably plant a different kind of forest. My plan is to basically make it an oak forest, and a little bit of birch, like the old forest biomes, mostly oak, bits of birch, but as I also said, nothing like too thick and rigid. Well, not rigid really. I want it to be a forest you could walk through more easily. Like, through the jungle you have to jump all the time, and I'm not going for that. I would prefer it to be maybe a little more even. Maybe I'll do some terraforming and, like, just a nice forest. Because it's mostly going to be below, and above I'm going to build something like a floating garden thing. It's not going to be functional in any way. So, for, like, functional stuff, farms and such, those will still be built in the mesa biome. I am planning to build a portal-based gold farm. I am planning to build an iron trench. I'm still debating whether to put those next to the witch farm or next to the mesa biome, but they will not be going to in the jungle. In the jungle there will be pretty much nothing functional. Perhaps like dispenser stations to get speed boosts to walk around there faster. But as I said, nothing in any way like functional. There's not going to be farms or mob towers or any of that stuff. I'm not really going to build a fully functional perimeter to prevent spawning, any of that. Just like a nice little thing to have some building. I'm not the best builder, I know that. My builds tend to be like very symmetrical and very straight lines and such. Not very good. Very straight lines is a wrong sentence, but I'm using that as a rhetoric device, so I'm trying to go for something a little more curved, more round things, something a little less regular and ordered. Just as a bit of a challenge to myself to maybe not really improve as a builder, because I'm building like the straight lines and such. it's just kind of my style. So in a way I think I'm doing quite well at them, but then again I also want to just try something different. It's a bit of a challenge to myself to mix things up. But now I'm kind of looking for a bit of feedback on that. The plan I'm going for is I'm trying to make it look very light, so I'll probably take some smooth sandstone. I'll need some dirt, some grass. Could just take normal sandstone and make it smooth anyway. I'll need some dirt, possibly some grass. I have tons of grass blocks, like, well, not tons, but as you can see, enough to put it mildly. I think I want fences and glowstone, and I have like a lot of glowstone as well. I feel like someone has taken a bunch of it though. I could swear I had way more. No, actually, no, that's fine. Might be someone has taken some, but not a large amount at any rate. And by the way, I've been getting these weird like glitches. I'm not certain how well it shows in 720p on YouTube. But basically this portal block right here, the one I'm punching through right now, looks like it's not as transparent as the one next to it. So if you stand inside the portal, this one I cannot look through, whereas if I'm inside the rest of the portal, try and show you that quickly. So in here, if I'm inside, I can see the portal blocks. If I'm in this one, I can see it from inside. Which is part of the thing they did to disable like X-raying. If you're inside a block, you can now basically see it still. Before, if you were inside a block, you couldn't see it, so that would be used to X-ray. Without using X-ray mods and stuff. And I think part of the thing they did to prevent that is what you were seeing there just now. I did talk last episode about evolution and thermodynamics and how they're not contradictory. I am recording this one right after it, so I can't go into any feedback I might have gotten on that. Sorry about that. But yeah, the thing I'm going for is going to be a bit of a hanging garden kind of structure with a lot of smooth sandstone and normal sandstone, and like, I should have brought more buckets, but I want to make it lush and lots of green, lots of plants, and also like little streams flowing through and stuff. Kind of going for a really bright and living look, and not the whole dead mesa biome stuff I'm building there. So yeah, let me know what you would prefer. If I'm basically focusing more on the mesa biome and building certain farms, that's going to mean less episodes, but probably more interesting ones maybe. For example, if I'm working on like the Portal Gold Farm, I'm not gonna show videos of me farming obsidian. I have half of a double chest maybe ready to use for that project. And there goes... no, there comes Justice. And it's daytime now. So as I said, half a stack I have for that project. There we go, just so that I don't forget where the ladder is. So I'm going to need roughly a double chest of obsidian for the bigger version of that Portal Gold Farm, which I just don't have. And then building it would be a pain, and then I have to, for the design I have to capture some gas in the nether as well, which again would not be fun. And it's tedious catching gas, it takes ages. I did it for testing purposes on a private world, because on a private world I don't mind losing all my equipment and stuff if I die to ghast attacks or anything like that. it takes a long time. You have to be lucky with them spawning, and then you have to use fishing rods to get them into minecarts, and then pushing them through portals isn't as easy, and then you can't go too far away or they'll despawn, and you have to rename them so they won't despawn. It's quite tedious, really, and they keep shooting at you a lot of the time. It's just not fun. So I wouldn't be recording that, but it would take a long time. So, for example, it would take me, like, let's just say a week to build the thing and capture all the stuff until it's functional. And all that time I would not be recording, and showing you the thing would take 5 minutes. So if I focus more on that kind of stuff, don't expect too many episodes, basically. There will be a few, but yeah. It might just be an episode a week, maybe even longer in between episodes. I can't make any promises. But as I said, you will get to see more interesting stuff, some redstone, which I always say I'm not good at redstone, and I'm not good at inventing redstone, but I can copy others very well, which is a skill in itself, I guess. And so yeah, I'm good at following tutorials on redstone, basically. I will need a crafting bench here. Basically, I'm just setting up a little workstation here, just to get some initial materials, I guess. There we go. Well, not materials really, just somewhere to store stuff, and okay, and like that. That should be fine. Because I'm going to need, like, tons of stuff. I'm not going to use jungle wood for, like, when I build wooden bits. I don't like it that much. I prefer, like, oak, and even birch looks nice, and dark oak is nice for, like, if I want dark things as contrast. So, either I'm gonna burn down this entire jungle, or I'm going to very slowly, like, take it down with an axe, which I have on me. But yeah, the point is, if I do, like, the building episodes, building here, you're going to get more episodes, simply because I could film myself building and talk about things. But if I'm building redstone stuff, that basically requires me to look at tutorials for it, which means I build a few blocks and then I look at the tutorial again. I'm not going to record that. It's not an option. So basically, do you want to see more videos but probably less interesting ones, or less videos but probably more interesting ones? Tell me in this video, please, in the comments. I know in the past people have not been too keen on commenting, but I feel like I've got a little more viewers. So I'm hopeful that I will get some feedback. As I said, this will not be a technical thing here, so the mesa biome will definitely still be in use. I will be building some more farms there. Why am I taking damage again? Did I suffocate in something? It felt like suffocation damage. But why? Why am I suffocating? Where was I suffocating? Inside that thing? First things first, though, I will, I don't know how long I've recorded yet, so I'm actually going to go check on that right now. Be back in a bit. It is so annoying when you keep switching between games that have different controls. Recently I've been playing quite a bit of Dungeon Defenders, which is a cool game. So, I like it. It's like a tower defense role-playing game crossover thing. Quite cool. If you think that might be your thing, feel free to check it out. It's not that expensive. I think with all the DLCs it might actually be fairly expensive, so I guess wait on a Steam sale, wait until you get like an old DLC bundled version, which you get from time to time. But as I said, it's a cool game, so that's like a recommendation from me for a game to buy. Anyway, in that game, you hold shift to see the map. So if you want to see where you're going, you hold shift to see where you are, where your defenses are and stuff like that. If you try doing that while riding a minecart to check how long you've come and how long you've got left to go, that's not a good idea. And that happens to me quite a bit. It's like, I used to play Skyrim and Fallout 3 at the same time as well, and like the looting, the way you collect loot from your enemies works differently in the game, so terrible things happen. Well, not terrible, but I kept mispressing. But yeah, as I said, please give me some feedback. Next episode, I think I will be working on the portal room here, so I'll make it a little nicer, and then maybe also do the portal room near the jungle, and maybe I'll have done some progress on the tunnel as well until then. But regardless, I think I've said some possibly interesting things. I've definitely shown you some new things. Don't think anything happened here. You've seen my brewing setup, cactus farm. What I did do was put a floor into this room, but I still have no idea what I want to do with it. So, but it's got a floor now, so that's something. The horses can't get out through this, or at least they never tried. The auto smelter, I've stocked up the fuel a little bit. And I'm still doing fine for melons, not that I have actually ever need melons, but meh. I will do a second farm just like that for pumpkins, by the way. So that's one of the farms I'm definitely going to be building. But again, since I need to check out how exactly it's done, that won't be on camera. Anyway, that all being said, I hope you enjoyed the episode. And please leave me some feedback, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye!